Good morning, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Sorry for the delay there. I got Bear. Bear is stuck. Look at Bear down there. He's stuck doing something. I was trying to fix him. And he doesn't want to be fixed. He just wants to sit there in that weird profile. I don't know why he's not shifting around. He's just being a weird dude. I'm going to try a couple other things here and see if he wants to cooperate. I may have to close him out and reopen him. We're going to say goodbye to Mr. Bear for 1 second, and then we're going to bring him back. Give Mr. Bear a minute. He is just waking up this morning. Let's see if he wants to cooperate on the second opening. What do we got going on today? Yeah, on the Nasdaq futures contract. Let's look. We got some fundamental stuff going on this week we need to talk about. Today, Microsoft reports earnings today after market close. So we need to keep that in mind. That's gonna probably, you just want to know it, I guess. What's going on with that? I'm not, I don't think it's going to influence the market too much today, but I need to know about Microsoft reporting earnings today. We've also got Apple and Amazon reporting earnings on Thursday after market. So again, these are just numbers that are going to have some influence on what the market's going to do. And if you want to trade those equities, it's up to you. The big thing tomorrow is obviously FOMC. Trying to get Mr. Bear here working. Doesn't want to work. Man. All right, you guys still connected? We good? Can you guys hear me? Okay, there we go. We survived. We survived whatever that was. Now I don't have a rhythmic connection. Now my rhythmic connection's coming back. Something completely like crashed my computer there. All right, my rhythmic connection is now green again. Okay. I think we're back up. No idea what happened. Mr. Bear crashed my computer somehow. But it seems to be working. Cool. All right, guys. Good morning, everybody. Let's start this whole thing over. All right. We've got recession now back in the news. It looks like General Motors falls short of Wall Street expectations, supply chain issues. We also had Walmart last night cutting expectations after market close last night. Where is Walmart's headline? Coca-Cola beat expectations yesterday on its earnings release. I think the big thing is Walmart. Their expectations, basically forecasting a recession coming up. We also have General Motors falling short. So earnings are not looking great. This new headline that just came up, the IMF slashes global GDP forecast. Ooh, this all looks like recession-y, doesn't it? Recession-y. And we've also now have got FOMC talking, the Fed talking tomorrow on Wednesday. We've got some bearish fundamental news that is coming out that I think is creating a negative narrative for the markets at the moment. We've got FOMC coming tomorrow, which is creating some uncertainty, I think. And markets do not like uncertainty. So we have some bearish fundamental reasons, it looks like, to be looking to go short on this thing. We're also, pretty extended to the upside. What we talked about yesterday is doing the basic technical analysis is we're in this up channel. And we're at the top of this up channel on the daily. It's pushing off of that bearish candle on Friday. This candle right here is Friday's candle, looking very bearish, and we're coming down off of that. So yeah, looking for take shorts today. Unfortunately, I'm sorry for markets. I'm sorry, markets, for anyone who's holding long-term equities or anybody who's hoping that this relief rally would last. It's looking like we're coming into some bearish action at the moment. So let's just do our technicals real quick. Pull up a pen. So just to recap, if you're joining us, we looked at some fundamental reasons why we think the market is going to be going down. Walmart, GM, and FOMC. But there is maybe a silver lining with Apple and Amazon reporting earnings on Thursday. We could be seeing some pullback going on here. Apple and Amazon may be able to send this thing back up. I think eventually we do want to come up to this 13,000 level. But for today, it looks like we're heading south. So a larger time frame, bird's eye view perspective of what we got going on. We're in this down channel, obviously. We're in a little bit of an up channel going on here since mid-June. We've got it drawn out. Just talked about it. This little up channel right there. Hitting the top of that up channel. We've got major resistance up here at 13,000. We can see these touches going on here, a couple points. There's also some support going on here on that 13,000 level. What was support now becomes resistance. And we can see it marked out here. We also have this larger down channel that we've been in really when the market turned in early January. You can see we were on that big bullish tear. And then right in early January, beginning of the year, we've just tanked. And so we've been in this down channel for the last 7 months. My gosh, it's been 7 months of bearish action. We can see right this top of that channel there. This is going to be its big support. We also have the 200 SMA, big resistance. Also the 200 SMA up there on the daily. You can see how price reacts to the 200 SMA when it gets up there. So if it ever does come up there, we always want to keep that in mind. It's probably not going to happen today, though, is it? So let's just look at what might happen today. I think we're going to be coming down off this level. We're going to have some big support down there at 12,000. Right there at the 20 SMA on the daily. We got some support, so I'm going to mark that out with this little nifty red line. I think that's going to be its immediate support. We can see over in the 4-hour, what we talked about yesterday was that if we broke through this level right here, 12,350-ish, right there, we'd probably come down here and test the band. So that was, 70 points or so on that drop, if you were able to capture that. It did make a little move up here, but then eventually, pumped down. It looks like we're now opening up down to 12,230, I would say would be a next interesting point for it. So I'll mark that one out. That's just the bottom of the band there on the 4-hour. It may get a bounce on that. So I think if you're in a short, you probably want to be looking to get out around that level. Let's move over to our 1-hour. Again, we've kind of determined that we want to go short on this, or at least we have some bearish bias on it. So we're going to try to find a good price entry point on this bad boy. It's interesting how this is. Well, this was last week's price action. So I'm actually going to take this point off. Here, I'm going to adjust this a little bit. But one thing you can notice is how if we just even drew this simple trend line down here, you can see how the back end of it, price is reacting to it here. And what we might have is, an impulse to the upside. I would think up around 12,330 up at this level. This is not difficult to identify, but we've also got the band there on the 1-hour pinching it. If you're new to the stream, I use 20-period Bollinger Bands. I just like them. It's what I use. It's got the 20 SMA here in the middle. So I guess you could say I really just use the 20. Well, I don't. I use the Bollinger Bands, I should say. But the only moving average I use is the 20 SMA, 20 simple moving average. And Bollinger Bands are just 2 standard deviations away from that to the top and to the bottom. So what I can kind of see here is this band right here. You see this on the hourly. Pinching in there. I think that if price wanted to give us some sort of impulse up, this would be a good place to try to short it. You could also try to short it at this 20 SMA on the hourly over here. And I may draw this out right here like that. And you can see how this trend line right there comes into that 20 SMA almost exactly. So that's going to be another level for me right up there at VWAP. Price may impulse up there. This, it may impulse, poke through VWAP, come up and touch this, and then roll down. So this I think would be a good short entry. This would also be a good short entry. but this one would probably be its first immediate point of resistance that I think, I think it's probably going to go down off of. This is a weekly volume profile. It's been generating since Sunday night. It's not quite mature, not quite ripe yet, but it's coming. It'll be nice and ripe and juicy on Thursday, Friday for us to trade off of. But right now, I'm not giving it too much attention. I do like this. Well, if I was shorting it, I like how it's got this small low volume node going on right here. I'm looking for these areas of confluence to come together. So for me, seeing the band pinch in here, we have this area of resistance. We have the band pinching in there. We also have an LVN ledge right there. So those, that for me is a big level. And I'll be looking, if price wants to trap some bulls as it starts moving up, 12,330 would be, I think, an excellent short for me. But if I'm feeling particularly anxious to get in on this thing, 12,300 I think would be your first entry, and then that's only 30 points away. That's not that much. You could take one contract at 12,300, add to it at 12,330, and then wait for the thing to roll over. Consumer confidence at 9. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Let's look at economic calendar for today, which is what I should have done. I tried to jump in on a few fundamentals in the beginning, which didn't come out very eloquently, so I apologize for that. Let's look at what we got coming out this morning. I just use this Forex calendar, which I've been using since I started trading Forex years ago. I do not trade Forex anymore, but when I first started trading, I used this, and I just continue to use it because I'm set in my ways. Housing price index. That's just interesting to me. Beta, it came down from before, but I guess the consensus is 1%. Housing market seems like it's going down, right? Consumer confidence coming out at 9 o'clock. I don't know. Maybe. You probably want to be flat around 9. So I'd be flat around 9. You probably see price spike around it. You don't want to be in it, but I don't think it's gonna be. I wouldn't take a trade off of this number, but yeah, I don't want to be in a position when that comes out. Tomorrow, obviously, FOMC is going to be the big one. FOMC tomorrow. Today, it's going to be a weird day. If you don't need to trade today, you may not want to trade. I do think it's looking pretty bearish, so I'm opportunistic about taking a short if I can find a good price on it. We've also got GDP on Thursday. These might absolutely tank. These numbers might be bad. I don't know. Initial jobless claims as well on Thursday. So, a lot to navigate for equities this week, and I don't know if they're going to be able to survive it. Perhaps they will. Perhaps they will. So we've got this red. You can see this red line here drawn out at 12,300. That's that 20 SMA on the hourly. It's also corresponds with this downtrend line on the hourly. So if we get this impulse up to VWAP, I'd be looking to take some shorts here. I would also be looking to add to it up there. So that's kind of my game plan. How's everybody doing today? I haven't really looked at the chat, trying to get through this stuff. Again, Microsoft earnings coming out after market hours today. I don't think it's really going to influence the market today. Walmart came out yet last night. Very poor guidance, talking about having a recession coming in here. So, I feel like recession talk is now back in. I just saw the headline about the IMF talking about, cutting GDP expectations. It just looks no bueno for markets today. Right on the day, coming in, negative delta, but not crazy negative delta, negative 200. We could look at an overnight volume profile if you want real quick. We're in that value area low. We may get that impulse up. We can also see the value area high up here. And of course, pre-market overnight session highs up here. So that would be an interesting area. We're now getting a little bit of an impulse up. Market's going to open in 7 seconds. Morning, everybody. Good morning. Appreciate everybody joining us. We talked about these bands holding on the open, on the Bollinger Bands on the 1 minute. holding. Nico, our good friend over at Trading Futures Daily. If you haven't checked him out, I would definitely recommend checking out his channel. He took a very nice scalp, which he recorded and posted on his channel. The push off of the band on the open there. Ooh, very low volume coming in today. Very low. What I would typically like to see is, you know, a move up into here and then a bearish candle in the 500 volume. And just looking at how this thing's moving, it doesn't look like I'm going to get some sort of structure up to the VWAP that I'd like to see in order to trade it. I mean, this is just some choppy, rangy shit that I can't really do anything with. I might be able to buy that there at 63, but I'm not gonna touch it. I want to go short. I didn't get a short on it. Let's see if we get impulse up. I need to get an impulse up. I need to fight for my price. Fight for price. Fight for price. There's a low volume node that formed right there. That might actually be an interesting short. You can see how, whoa, somebody dropped a pan in my house. Kids are trashing the kitchen. Kids know that I'm working, I'm occupied, I can't go in there and yell at them, and they've just decided to trash the kitchen. Still looking for that impulse up here to value area high, VWAP up here. 12,090 is where I like to take a short. I'm not going to short the bottom of it. It may just tank, you know, it may go down. I mean, we've got, yeah, see, now it's pushing lower. GD it. 12,200, I think it's probably going to pop down to. But, you know, you jump in on it here, and then we shoot up 40 points, and you're completely screwed. Be patient, little Buddha, little lotus, whatever. I don't know. Whatever that thing is, saying is. Let's see. I need to get a better price than this. It's probably going to move without me. I ain't chasing it. I'm not a price chaser. You think I'm a price? You think I'm going to chase you down here? You're out of your mind. You are out of your mind if you think I'm chasing you down here. Oh, I gotta get a good price, guys. Where's my good price? Unfortunately, it's up at VWAP right now. That's when I'm waiting for it to impulse up to VWAP, up to value area high here. That would be a fantastic price, but it may just pump down here. I think we actually call that 12,230 in the pre-market. And there it goes. But that's okay. Oh boy. Not looking good for stocks, huh? Oh, we had a nice run there, stocks. How many days did we I mean, this thing isn't over, right? Like if you look at the Nasdaq, I mean, it's not game over for this thing. Could be pulling back into 12,000-ish, making another run up. I'm watching this consolidation here. I want to see if this might break 50, might get that move up. I'm not taking a long on it, that's for sure, but I'm looking to get in a, you know, son of a Well, we had a nice little bullish run, Nasdaq, for a few days there. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it while it lasted. Yay. Bouncing off the bottom of the band on the 4-hour. A terrible scalp. The thing with using the hotkeys, this might push up now in that bullish candle. The thing with using the hotkeys is you get filled at such bad prices. So this was just I was trying to take this scalp here as we came up to this trend line that we drew out and got this bearish candle on the 500 volume. I didn't really hold it because I thought we might get another impulse up here to 58 and I just didn't hold it. But that would have probably been a not so bad trade. Might get a break of 50 or something and might pop up into this area. Crypto's tanking again, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like markets are coming into are forming some. I mean, when I look over here at the Nasdaq, like this is bullish structure, right? Like this, yes, this is pulling back. Yes, we've got this recession talk, yada yada yada. But I feel like I'm taking a short here on these two bearish candles and Delta dropping. I feel like markets are look at Delta dropping. There's a price just absorbing these sellers. It's funny how this trend line is working perfectly to, yeah. All right, close out there. This is like price absorb. This is just absorbing all this selling. God damn it! Now it's going down. My settings for the Bollinger Bands are 20 periods. It's just 20 period Bollinger Band. I should show you right here. 2 and 20. Number of standard deviations 2. Period is 20. Keep clicking on the volume profile. NinjaTrader is really annoying me these days. Do not copy my trades. You will lose money. You will lose money. Money, money, money. Money. I took that off. This delta's looking like it's moving up here. Consolidation down here. Consolidation. I think this resistance level's too strong for it. Dang it. I just see this whole low volume area. We've got this higher volume node down here. Oh, am I gonna get stopped out on this? Right at the 20 SMA. Low volume area right there. I don't know. That's bullish looking. I don't know, man. I feel like this is actually pretty bearish. You get this high volume node that's coming in here, like we're accepting all these prices down here. Low volume area up here. I feel like this is really a good entry at 50. But I also I'm trading my P&L a little bit right now because I didn't want to take another loss. I'm trying to just get some scalps. I'm looking at that 5-minute candle. We're hitting the 20 SMA on the 1 minute. Nice wick coming off of that. We can now see that this is probably opened up to I don't know, maybe another leg down, but I don't know. I'm not bullish on it. You can also, I mean, just looking at the volume profile, look at this low volume node on the overnight. But maybe it busts up through that and takes off up to VWAP. I'm not in a trade, so I'm obviously not like super stoked about it. It's just volume is really low right now. Am I ignoring Delta? I don't know. A little bit. Delta's dropping lower. When I saw Delta moving lower over here, you see how Delta broke lower over here, but price moved up. So Delta's not my friend right now. I'm just watching the price action. This is a short, I think. Shit, I should have took that short at value area high. Ah. Look at that 1 minute candle that closed, the last one that closed. Delta is now this thing's moving down here. Well, I'm definitely not shorting it right here, but I think it's going to come down to 12,200. It could also impulse back up. I don't know. Let's see if we find another setup. I think we missed this one up here. That was the trade up here. We just missed it. So it happens. Oh, well, I think it's now going to hit 1200, 12,200, I mean. I'm just grunting over here watching this. This thing's tanking, boy. Maybe down to 12,000 today. Can it hit 12,000 today? Let's take a poll. Like, I want that 500 volume to close like that. Just can't get it. I guess it did there. I just can't get myself to short the buy. I just can't bring myself to short at this low, even though I know it's going down. I just don't want to endure that drawdown. Or you take your stop right here, and then it's like, shit, where do you get back in it? You know, I think, you know, just doing this trend line here, you're trying to find a low volume node, no, there is one right here. I mean, there's a low volume node right there. I didn't get filled. There I got filled. Now I'm just being an eager beaver. You know what I mean, guys? You know what I mean? Just being an eager beaver. Hmm. This thing's going down, down, baby. Do, 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 do. And I feel bad for my stocks. I don't want to look at my kid's college fund. I won't even look at it. I'm not going to look at my kid's college fund. All I know is that it hasn't made any money this year, and I don't want to look at how much it's lost. I've got two accounts that two other people manage, not the college funds, two of my own personal accounts that somebody else manages. One of them has lost 9% this year. The other one has lost 19% this year. And I'm gonna call the guy that has got the 19% loss and asking him what the fuck he's doing and why the other guy is doing so much better. Which is funny because the guy that lost all the money, that he didn't lose money, but you know, we had like this call before markets really started tanking, and he was like trying to reassure me that everything was going to be fine. And the other guy who only lost 9%, he didn't call me at all. He's just like, yeah, just, you know, he didn't need to assure me. So I mean, I think that goes. Pushing out, I'd be stopped out of this trade at the moment. And we're coming to that trend line, 20 SMA. I'm gonna look for a bearish candle in the 500 volume. Ooh, popping through. I think it goes to show you about just like personalities. Like a lot of these like financial advisors or wealth management people, they're just salesmen. And the ones that are really good at trading are way more introverted. Oh, this is on consumer confidence. Or wait, I'm not going to trade for the next 10 minutes. There's you know, one of the guys is like a salesman. He likes to talk. He always wants to talk on the phone and shit. The other guy I never hear from at all. And he's just probably an introvert sitting in an office somewhere, you know, just wants to do his thing and do it well, which I certainly appreciate. And the other guy is just full of hot air. Oh, but I also don't want to have all my eggs in one basket. Are we popping up now to value or high up to 50? Up to 50. Ooh, that would be a nice place to short it up at 50. Is there a difference in the fees? Well, the difference is I get charged commissions on they charge me commissions on trades. And the one guy who has only lost 9% does charge a little more, and he also takes more trades, so it costs me more money, but he's just, you know, he's more active. He's more actively involved in it, so he's taking more trades. Like he's moving shit around right now. The other guy's just like old school. Like we don't sell. We just endure it. Just endure it. It'll come back around. I know it will. But in the meantime, let's see if we can't save some money. I'm looking at this 50 level value area high, top of the band. We also have this area of resistance up here. Thanks, STR, my man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. No, James, 90% loss isn't bad. That's what he told me. He's like, well, the S&P's lost 27%. I'm like, yeah, but this other guy only lost 9%. Yeah, morning news in 9 minutes. You're right. You're right. Gotta sit on your hands, boys. Gotta sit on your hands. This does look like a nice short. Although I am looking at that 50 level up here. I like that value area high. I like the top of the band on the 1 minute. I like how it's got, also has these touches going on over here. You're looking for sale around 12,270. I don't know. What do you guys think? Oh, you thinking about shorting it up here at VWAP? Yeah. I mean, if it got up here, I would too. I think the 20 SMA on the minute, but you know, I think it's got a massive low volume node going on up here. It's value area high. I don't know if it did start moving up into this low volume node, I would think maybe there's some fundamental news that's driving it up. We can also see over here, like on this weekly volume profile, you can see we're at this low volume node ledge. You can see like right here what it's hitting. I mean, this for me is kind of a sell zone up here, but with news coming out at 9 o'clock, this thing could do whatever it wants to do. And with FOMC tomorrow, this thing can just do whatever it wants to do. I mean, this thing, markets don't give a shit about volume profiles around FOMC. Now I'm gonna get in this two-legged pullback, boys. Two-legged pullback. Two-legged pullback. We've got the first leg, the pullback. The second leg, up to our short zone. We take the short. We draw a counter trend line. We wait for that trend line to break. Like that. Easy peasy, lemon chicken squeezy. Wait for it to finish this ABCD move. A, B, C, D, also known as a two-legged pullback. Draw this counter trend line. Or trend line. I don't know. Is it counter? I guess that's a relative term. You just draw this trend line. Wait for it to finish this. Break of the trend line. Possibly even break of the support. And then we'd be looking to go down again. But with news coming out in 6 minutes, I'm not going to take it. Yes, the two-legged pullback, it's everywhere. Markets like to work in rotations and cycles, and we look at two-legged pullbacks. Blah, 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 blah. Well, guys, I'm looking at Ethereum again. No, I closed out of my Ethereum trade up around 15,040. I think I got at, no, 15,000, 1,540 I got out of Ethereum. So waiting for the pullback back to the 20 SMA. I think I mentioned that somewhere. We are now about $20 away from the 20 SMA on Ethereum, with the merge coming up supposedly in September. And with it being so oversold, I'm interested in getting back in on it, but you're waiting for it to drop back to 1K. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's forming some bullish structure here. You know, we had that breakout of the range. It was ranging down between, you know, like 1,000 and 1,200. We broke out just like the Nasdaq did. One interesting thing that I've found is that crypto is correlating with indices more so now than usual. Here comes that two-legged pullback. Continuation, finishing, I don't know what you want to call it. One thing is that crypto is now correlating with indices, which is interesting to me. So actually one thing that I've been doing on the weekends is when I need my chart fix is looking at crypto, seeing what crypto's doing. Not Bitcoin. Bitcoin for me is not as bullish as Ethereum. I would be going after Ethereum if you're looking to buy something, but that's just me. Anyways, I've been looking at what crypto's been doing on the weekends, and trading. Let's see if I can't get a little scalp on this. I think I missed my scalp. Oh, came within a tick of giving me my scalp. And then trading, what was I going to say? Yeah, it would give me, you know, it would give me a preview of what's to expect on Sunday Night Open off of on the futures contracts. And you'll see that, like, if Ethereum is moving up over the weekend, we'll see the Nasdaq gap up. If you see Ethereum or crypto or whatever, you know, look at point of control coming in here. If you see it, you know, going down over the weekend, you'll see a gap down on the open on Sunday night. So it's just an interesting observation, I think. Just an interesting observation. All right, guys, I'm gonna grab some coffee. We got this thing coming off, and look at my little coffee break thing. I love it. I love it. I made that. I'm being super professional. I'm gonna take a coffee break. I'm gonna be back in a minute and 30 seconds, maybe 2 minutes. I'm gonna let this news come out at 9 o'clock, and then we'll trade after the news comes out. All right, guys, I'll be right back. Oh, I'm gonna end my poll when I come back. I'm gonna end my poll. I'm also gonna insert an ad. Don't kill me on this. I'm taking a break for a couple minutes. I'm gonna insert an ad. If you watch the whole ad, it gives me like 15 cents, 20 cents maybe. And if you click on it, then I actually make a little bit more money, like 25 cents. So it's a way you can support the channel if you're interested. I'll be right back in like 2 minutes. What up, guys? Oh man, look at that nice short that would have pulled off on that. I'm gonna end my poll. You guys have about 10 seconds before I end the poll if you would like to vote on if Nasdaq is gonna hit 12,000 today. Maybe your opinion's changed. Maybe your opinion's changed right here. I don't know. We're ending it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So our consensus is that yes, the Nasdaq may have the juice to hit 12,000 today. I think that's where it's headed. At some point. Mr. Powell might be able to send her down. So I got the ads. I hope you guys don't kill me on the ads. YouTube sent something out that they're going to do ads even on non-monetized channels. So even if I don't put the ad up, like when you watch one of the videos, YouTube will put the ad up. When I was watching another very good trader, Trading Futures Daily, he posted a great 1 minute scalp that he took on the Nasdaq Open. They actually played an ad before I watched that, and I was like, wait a second, I don't think this channel's monetized. And then I remember getting an email from them, and YouTube said that they were going to start monetizing all the channels, even if I chose not to monetize it. So, I might as well get a cut of that, I think. What was the consumer confidence number? Anybody know it? So I don't have to look this up. I don't think it really matters, to be honest. Like, consumer confidence was, I don't know, I'm not seeing it. We're just going to range down here today. 49. I have no idea. SW Blaze. I have no idea. I don't get much. I mean, I get nothing really. I mean, I think I get like $1.25 a day, something like that, like $1 to $2 a day. I have no idea what that does. I mean, it's very little money. I think you have to have significant views, subscribers in order to actually. So don't think I'm getting rich off this YouTube thing. I really just do this YouTube thing to try to build some community. Build some community. This thing gonna hit 62 maybe. Into sorry, I'm watching this price action. Shucks Alexas, maybe I should take a short there. Build community, and to gauge other people. Talk about trading. I was talking to somebody yesterday, and I was actually talking to Trading Futures Daily yesterday, and it's like you sit in a room and trade. It's like a cloudy, rainy day here in the Midwest. It stinks doing it by yourself. And I sure shit don't want to go into some office and trade. Like, I trade because I like, the freedom. I like trading for an hour, like waking up, seeing my kids, hanging out in the morning for a little bit, coming to the computer, working for an hour, and then going back and doing whatever I want for the rest of the day. But I also like to engage other people in ideas and build community and have, projects around trading. If not, you'll sit here on the screens and trade money, blow your money all day. Not blow your money all day, but over trade for sure. Like, you need some other things going on. You can only really trade. For me, I can only really trade for like an hour, hour and a half, maybe 2 hours a day before I get completely fried, and I get so granular and microscopic in the charts that I start making really bad decisions. Or I just get bored and I just start taking trades because I'm bored. Anybody else do that? just trade. Sometimes you're staring at the chart and you're like, fuck it, let's just see what happens. Just a horrible way to trade. And a bit of an up channel here. You can see it over here on the 1 minute. Making higher lows, higher highs. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely have been guilty of shooting from the hip. Gotcha, James. Gotcha. No, James, what do you trade then, man? Do you swing trade? Thanks, New Bass. I appreciate that, man. Good luck, Nico. Thanks, man. Thanks for joining. It's trying to go up, ain't it? So I guess I mentioned Microsoft earnings before. I think some people may be like buying the rumor, selling the news. I've talked about that a few times. I've got a friend who he did that strategy on options. And basically it's, it's kind of like gambling. It's guessing that Microsoft is going to come out with good earnings and price will pop. And so, Amazon, Apple are also reporting this week. So some people may be trying to, buy that up, expecting good reports and price will pop. So I guess that's why I was mentioning that this morning during the live stream. Interesting play. I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? Shorted up here? Or we're going to get that move up to VWAP, up to the top of the channel, VWAP. Maybe just call it a day. With FOMC coming out tomorrow, be grateful for the 341. I'll talk to you about soccer, STR. I don't know, STR, were you on the live streams before when we were talking about soccer all the time? So I coach soccer. This looks like it might be rolling over. I coach soccer, my son's soccer teams, and really enjoy it. Played soccer all growing up and played in college. And now my kids really enjoy playing. And the club they play for has realized that they don't have to pay me very much to do it. So they'll take free labor. Anybody else? Man, a lot of volume coming through on that. I almost jumped in on a short there. I didn't. I do, Major Dave. I've got lots of strategies in my toolbox. You know what? I was talking to Nico yesterday, and I think what we're going to do is on Mondays on the channel. Monday, I won't live stream. Mondays are just wonky to trade anyway. But what I'll do on Mondays is do like a strategy video. So I'll like each week I'll release like one strategy that I know of that works. One thing I'll say about strategies is they don't work all the time. Strategies, you want to have like a toolbox of strategies. You want to be able to assess market conditions, and then you want to be able to apply the correct strategy to the market condition. When I first started trading, I think we all scour. Bye, Durgish. Thanks for joining us, man. We all scour like YouTube trying to find trying to find those trading strategies that'll make us rich. And there just isn't one golden one. One will work once in a while, but it's not going to work all the time. And so I think for me, what you like to do is come in, look at the market, see what's going on in the market, look primarily, at fundamentals. What's fundamentally going on? What's fundamentally driving price? Then come in, do your technicals, do your technical analysis, and get in at good prices and trade that structure in the direction of your fundamental, what your fundamental analysis says, right? And you could have a catalyst. There could be some catalyst in the market that's pushing price one way, FOMC perhaps, I don't know, or interest rate hike, something like that. There could also be a technical analysis. I think when we were trading over here, the Nasdaq, on the dailies, when we broke, the one thing I talked about last week. So I'm just saying sorry because I'm pulling up my pen. Over here, this candle was on last Wednesday's inflation numbers. Was it last Wednesday's? No, that must have been 2 weeks ago Wednesdays. Remember that inflation number came out at 9.1%, which was crazy hot, right? Price drop. There was a support line here that it broke through, and there was no continuation on it. And then look at the next day's candle. Look at this. Look at that bullish candle coming in the next day. I mean, that is a buy signal if I've ever seen one. When there was a fundamental event that should have sent the market crashing, and instead of crashing, we doji on it, and then we get a nice bullish candle, a nice bullish hammer candle coming the next day. That's a buy. And then as we break higher, as we break this resistance level, it's like, all right, it's moving up. That is a technical catalyst for me. To give me a bullish signal. Now what I want to do is I want to drop down to lower time frames like the hourly or the 4 hour or even the 5 minute, and try to find a technical level to get in at a good price. Oh, this thing's dropping now. Chit-chatting. Yeah, man, I used to use Renko. I used Renko chart. I didn't used to use Renko. One time I had a Renko chart up on my screen. Let me put it that way. And I wasn't, I thought it worked. I thought it was fine. I thought it was fine. And I think that you could definitely use a trading, you could definitely trade off a Renko if that's what you want to do. I've got too many damn charts as is. Too much stuff going in to throw something else on there. Like the next thing that I put on my chart is going to be the straw that broke the camel's back. I've actually thought about taking a lot of the stuff off, but I use some of it sometimes. I don't use it all the time. I'm not looking for I'm not looking for the MACD to cross over and stochastic to do this and a 20 SMA to cross the 50 while being under the 200. I'm not looking for any of that stuff, but sometimes I like looking at low volume nodes. And this volume profile on this chart, and this chart are all the same. So this volume profile, this volume profile, and this volume profile are all session volume profiles. I've got them up on 3 charts because I like to see it as a different perspective. Sometimes I'll be so granular in this 500 volume that I'll miss a huge LVN that's formed, but I'll quickly glance over at the 1 minute and I'll see it on the 1 minute, and I'm like, oh shit, there it is. There it is. So I don't know. Major Dave, you're my man. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Yeah, Tommy, I think you and I are probably trading the kind of similar way. I mean, cumulative delta for me, I don't know, man. Cumulative delta, sometimes it's my friend and sometimes it's not. Like I took a trade. Where was that trade over here? My loser over here. Or was it this one? Yeah, it was this one. This trade, the second trade I took this morning was on a cumulative delta drop. I mean, you can see delta over here breaking new lows as price was actually moving up. So I thought this was delta divergence, and we got a couple bearish candles on the 500 volume. So I took that short and we popped higher. So, you got to get stopped out. So, it doesn't work all the time, obviously. There's no golden strategy, but, you know, I think the golden strategy is taking your stop loss. The key to winning is losing. Losing quickly. Now we see Delta. Look right here. I mean, it's a very similar setup to before over here. Have a pullback. Delta's dropping. Normally I should take a short here, but I'm not going to because it burned me last time. Big sigh. What you should really do is take a buy at 28. Go contrarian on it. I'm not going to though. Yeah, SW Blaze, I agree with that. Charts can look super messy to other people, and to you, it looks. You're like, yeah, it looks messy, but like for me, I'm like, yeah, that looks messy, but I'm not even looking at that. I'm looking at, just the price action on the 500 volume. I don't know what you guys are looking at. I'm just looking at this simple price action around the support level. All right, we've got the support level on the 500 volume. It could break this, but I think it's also then got support here. It's got support here. So we're not quite trending down yet. If anything, it looks like we're kind of rangy-y. But I don't know. We've broken out of this little up channel. If you guys haven't liked the video, if you wouldn't mind liking the live stream, I'd really appreciate it. I try to get around 50 likes every live stream. Makes me feel good about myself. I don't try to hit a daily P&L goal. My P&L is what it is. But if I don't have a P&L goal, I'm going to have a likes goal. So if you haven't liked the video, or the live stream, I'd really appreciate it. It doesn't cost anything. I'm not going to know who liked it. Your name doesn't pop up anywhere. It just helps YouTube's algorithm to say, oh, people might like this. People that like trading might like this live stream too, and put it in front of other people who might be interested in it. And don't be a hater and dislike it unless you really dislike it. If you really dislike it, you can dislike it. But don't be like, he told me to like it, so I'm going to dislike it. How's everybody else doing out there? Anybody else getting some good trades today? It's looking a little rangy at the moment. Coming down to the support area. Let's see if it breaks. Broke. Delta's dropping. The chart below the volume chart is cumulative delta. Cumulative delta. Here's an explanation of cumulative delta from NinjaTrader. There you go. No, it doesn't have anything to do with Greeks. It's order flow. It is buyers and sellers, aggressive buyers and sellers. So buyers coming in on the ask and sellers coming in on the bid. There's a little link to NinjaTrader who does a very nice job explaining it, better than I can. Bear trap. Bear trap. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, man, no problem. I think we're going to be wonky and rangy. I think if you're going to try to take a short on this, you don't want to be shorting it down here. You know, the place to short it is up here. You want to be finding a nice level of resistance and taking your short up there. Shorting it down here, I think you'll probably get burned. I think it'll pop just like it did there. I mean, it looked like it was about ready to start diving, and now it just popped, 20 points. And maybe it rolls again here. I don't know. But with FOMC coming out tomorrow, so Nubat, sorry, I was going to say Nubat. With FOMC coming out tomorrow, I don't know. This thing may be just popping, moving, and might be just a trader trap either way. So Nubat, I've actually got a video on where you can get cumulative delta for free, a free cumulative delta indicator. I can look that up for you if you like. And I'll post the link. Oh, that's not where I want to go. Here you go. Here you are, my friends. Free cumulative delta. You can watch that fancy video, and it shows you how to it has all the links and everything. There's just a couple settings you've got to change, and make sure you change those settings in your NinjaTrader from the default, and you should be good to go. One thing I have found is I'm a lot more patient than I used to be. Trading. Okay, if this was me 6 months ago, I'd be jumping on a short on this, hoping that we fall again. I mean, it might fall down. You might get 10 points on that, maybe more than that actually. But I found myself getting in my older age much more patient, calming all of the anxious voices in my head that are saying, jump in here, jump in here. It's going down. It's going to 12,000. Get in now. It's going to move without you. So one thing I do like doing is when it starts breaking lower, moving like that, looking for these LVNs that form. I like these little LVNs as opportunities possibly, particularly when we start really like exploding away. No problem, guys. Happy to help. Can we get 7 more likes on this video, guys? And then I'm going to stop bugging you. 7 likes. If you haven't liked the video or the live stream, I'd appreciate it. Once I hit my 50 likes, I stop bugging people. Seems like momentum's slowing down here. Just drawing a little down channel here on the 5-minute. 1 minute broke out of this little down channel, but I don't think that's the down channel, if you know what I mean. 3 more likes, guys. Come on. We can do it. We can do it. Man, that popped a VWAP right on the open would have been a killer entry. A killer. Throw this out. See where we're at on this thing. I mean, really, when you're moving in this, you know, I mean, this is just simple shit. I mean, this is not that complicated. You're moving in this down channel, right? What we're looking for is that move back up on with some structure, right? So we want to see, I'm going to blow this up. Sorry, guys. This looks horrible. Sometimes we just need to calm down, take a look at what the market's doing. So we're in this down channel on the market, right here. You see it? And within this down channel, we're making these moves up that are forming their own little channels. What we really want to do is we want to wait for that next little channel to move up to an area of resistance and then trade the break of this support. That's really what we want to wait for. And sometimes it's hard because right here, it's like, it looks like we're about ready to roll down. So you just want to short it here, right? You want to short it here and just be done with it. Your stop's got to be here if you want to do that. You know, it's chasing price a little bit. It's just chasing price. It's buying lows of the session, right? This is the lows of the session. I just don't think that that's the most pragmatic way to go about doing it right now, even though it looks, man, it looks tempting, doesn't it? Just take this thing down to 50. God, I want to jump in on that. Ugh, I want to jump in on that, but I have to restrain myself. You want to know why? I have lost enough money doing shit like that. I've learned my lesson. So I need to wait for some structure to build back up and then trade the break of that structure. That's what I need to do. That's what I'm gonna do. So no one's gonna force me to take a short. The only person that can do it is me. 2 more likes, guys. 2 more likes. I'm not taking a trade. I'm gonna beg for likes. Nice, wow, we care. Yeah, man. If you're trading, man, if you were trading micros on this thing, and you had drawdown that you could do, you could just scale in. You know, you could take 1 micro here, so you don't feel that FOMO. Take 1 micro here. If we do move up, you know, take another micro up at 12,200. Take another micro at 12,020. You know, and then you'd be stopped out at 12,031, 12,231. But that's totally doable, I think. When you're trading the minis during that drawdown, it's just too painful. Too painful. So, all right, guys. Well, I'm not going to get my 50 likes. That's cool. That's cool. I'll be fine with it. I'll be fine with it. Bear's going to cry. I'll be fine with it, guys. No big deal. We'll survive. Little, can you guys see the little tear? No. I'll show you the little tear again. Oh, there it is. Little tear from Bear. Oh, I got 40. How did I get 4? Uh-oh, what just happened there? That was weird. That was very weird. What just happened? All my screens got minimized. Stuff. Oh, what am I missing there? I'm missing the 1 hour. That was weird. I was messing with Bear, and all my screens got minimized. We got 52 likes, baby. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I was messing with Bear, the animes window, and like I moved it down a little bit, and it minimized all my screens, all of them. I like went completely dark. Oh, look what we're hitting down here, guys. We're hitting the 200 SMA on the 1 hour. All right, guys. I appreciate the likes. I'm jumping off this thing. You can't see the P&L. Yep, I got to get that back up here too. That's the control center. There she is. So I got to get my OBS back up. There it is. All right. Sorry. Guys, I'm gonna jump off this thing. Like I said, I think we are in this down channel. You see this down channel in the 5 minute. It's opened up. I mean, like I said, if you want to jump in on this short, take it down. I think we are moving down. I think that you would be profitable at some point, but I need to wait for some structure to build back to the upside, and I'm going to trade the break of that structure. So this may move without me, but I can't short the bottom of it. I'll just get burned. I mean, look at Delta drop, and it looks like we are going to keep moving lower. But tomorrow is FOMC, boys. FOMC is going to be crazy. We also have Microsoft earnings coming out after the bell today. So, be mindful of that. Sorry, just looking at my phone there. Yeah, I don't know. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow, 8:10 a.m. Central Time, doing our whole pre-market thing. And I'm just looking at this. Look, we're just hitting this down channel right here. Coming right down to that down channel. Best of luck to you guys if you continue trading today. Don't spend too much time on the charts, and make sure to stay safe. I don't know if that sounds right. Stay safe trading. I don't know. I'm being goofy now. I'm losing my mind. I got to go take a break, and I may come back again. I'll probably be looking for this thing to, make some sort of move up. A two-legged pullback. Two-legged pullback back to the upside. Trade the break of it, and maybe try to take a short down. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you guys here tomorrow. If you're a new subscriber, if you wouldn't mind subscribing, I'd appreciate it. And yeah, I'll see you then. All right, guys, take care. Bye.